Like, who doesn't like skeletons sliding down the pole? I have a fun dollar store DIY Halloween decor video for you today. Let's get into it, guys.
What do she do? I do everything. I move everything.
I am not looking for clout, no. I knew I would figure it out. I knew. I took the millionaire route, running up.
Found exactly what I need for my little project. That's what his little body looks like. So I'm gonna get to him. And then now I'm just looking for some like pumpkins. But I really just want some white pumpkins, plain styrofoam pumpkins. These are like Halloween pumpkins. I want like plain white ones so I could keep them all the way through Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna see what else Dollar Tree has. It has some cute like little, oh, I see some white ones. No, see that has the Halloween on them. I might get it though, I think. Okay guys, so I'm back home and I just want to show you the skeletons. As you can see, they're kind of floppy, but they don't bend that much. And this was my inspo. I saw it on Facebook. I'm using fishing line and just some scissors to cut the fishing line. I already had some fishing line in my house. I was trying to use things that I already had around the house to make this a really inexpensive DIY. But fishing line is pretty cheap if you have to buy that. And then, of course, scissors. That's also cheap as well. And I have 2 light poles that's above my island that I wanted to do this on. And as you can see, I'm kind of just playing with it. I didn't know how I wanted to position my skeletons on the pole. But I just cut some pieces of fishing line. It's kind of hard to see, but it's those clear pieces of like string, clear string, essentially is what it is. And I'm wrapping it around the legs. I'm using the joints between the bones of the legs to hold it together. And surprisingly, the fishing line is easy to tie. So I'm able to tie it to the pole. I'm able to tie it to the joints of the legs and then cut any pieces that I need to cut. And it stays in place. So that was amazing. Now, if you have some type of ladder, that'll probably be a lot better to use when you're doing this, because you can't see because it's cut off, but I was kneeling on top of my island and it was so uncomfortable. And the lights are so much higher than me. So this is an arm workout for sure. But you'll see later on in the video, I actually started using tape to help adhere the skeleton to the place I kind of wanted it to be, and then I reinforced it with the fishing line. You don't have to use tape. You could use fishing line for the whole entire project and it will be just as sturdy. But if you're having trouble, you don't have good upper arm strength, then definitely taping it to place first and then tying the fishing line works just as well. So I'm just trying to position her and see what feel I want to go for. I knew I wanted at least one skeleton to be sitting like at the base of the pole. It kind of reminds me of like during the Renaissance tour, Beyonce had like these disco balls that had a pole attached to it and she'll sit on top of it. Or even when like Miley did the wrecking ball video and she was on top of the wrecking ball. So kind of like that. And for my other skeleton, I kind of wanted the legs to either be up or her to be propped up in some kind of way. So I'll let you guys just watch me here figure out how I'm going to finish these skeletons. And since I live in ATL, I really feel like these pole dancing skeletons fits the aesthetic perfectly, because ATL is the booty club central of the world. Like, people go to the booty club here to eat food. Like, that's how common and regular it is. So this goes with the vibe 1000%. Okay, as you can see, I was struggling just a little bit because my skeletons don't bend that well. The joints don't bend all the way back. And these skeletons kind of remind me of like glow sticks. You know how like you can break a glow stick and it like glows? That's kind of the consistency of the body of the skeleton, so I didn't want to like bend it all the way back and then pop the joints out of place. So be careful with that. But you know, I was able to bend her enough to kind of do what I wanted. And also, like, even with the feet, you could twist the feet all the way around, the hands, the head even tilts up and down and to the side. These are really good skeletons for only $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Amazing. So I'm just tying the arms to the pole. As you can see, I just put a little bit of tape there, but I'm tying the arms to the pole with the fishing line. I'm twisting it around like 2 or 3 times, and then I tie a knot and then cut the excess off so you can't see it. And I literally use fishing line for almost everything. It's so sturdy, it's clear, it's easy to use, it's cheap. And I've had this one roll of fishing line for like years now, and I'll be using it for all my little projects. As you can see, I'm just playing around with my skeleton, making sure I'm not putting any pressure on the actual light fixture. So, you know, I don't break it off, because you could easily do that if you're putting pressure or if you're like leaning on it. So I was making sure not to do so. And if I need to take any like little breaks, I did, but I just really didn't know how I wanted her to sit. So I was just trying to figure it out, but I was like, okay, let me at least adhere the legs together, and then I'll just play with it a little bit. But let me know down in the comments if you decided to do any Halloween decor. I didn't do it last year, and I love Halloween time. I feel like it's a time to be creative. A lot of people are just trying new things, having fun. So next year I'm definitely going to do something else. I actually saw something on TikTok, which was a giant spider web, and they used Dollar Tree products as well. They used like party streamers and made a spider web on the ceiling. So I think next year I might do something like that, because I have a lot of ceiling space. I think that would be so fun. So we'll see what happens, but let me know what decor you're doing, and let me know if you tried this as well. It could be last minute for a Halloween party, or if you just want to decorate before the Halloween comes. I know it's like next week. I've had this up for a couple weeks now, so I just decided to make this video to show you guys, but let me know. As you can see, guys, I changed my mind about the skeleton, so I took it down after looking at it, and I'm wrapping some of that fishing line around the pelvis to the actual light fixture, and then I'm wrapping the legs and wrapping it back around to make it stay up in the air. And look, it turned out perfect. This was way easier than I thought it would be. I'm obsessed. You can see the fishing line a little bit, but not too much. And so I almost missed this next part. So on the actual instructions that come with the skeleton, it says that if you light up the skeleton with like light, it actually glows in the dark. So, and you know what's crazy? I didn't even realize it at first. I know it really did look like a glow stick almost, but I couldn't tell until I read the instructions. And then this skeleton that's sitting on top of the light fixture, when the light was on, it was lighting up the leg of the skeleton. So when I turned the lights off, I saw that it was way like greener than the rest of the body. So that's when I realized, oh, let me light up the rest of the body so you can see it right here. So I actually got one of my little miniature lights, and I lit up the whole entire body, the front and the back. Super simple. I probably did this for like maybe a minute, 30 seconds on each side, I would say. And look, it's glowing in the dark. This is just way better than I expected. Like, I am so obsessed how this turned out. How cool is that? Love it, guys. I love this so much. Shout out to Dollar Tree. And I actually switched out my flowers as well. As you can see here, got that from Dollar Tree as well. And I ended up buying the pumpkins. I'll use this side for Halloween and the other side for Thanksgiving. So happy Halloween, guys, and thanks for watching. See you next time.